Basically, we were going into Amsterdam. We were on time. Everything was going good. We got in and we were all hungry. There was me, Layla, and a friend, right? We head into the city. We go into the main area where all the good stuff is. And basically, we were like, should we eat first or should I like go smoke and start streaming? I wanted to get as much footage as I possibly could. I thought it would be better to get food after we smoked. We got the weed. We went to a bar. You can smoke indoors as long as it's weed and as long as you buy a drink. We were in the bar. I was smoking. My friend was smoking. And all of a sudden, he's not feeling well. He doesn't feel well. He steps outside, right? Yeah, immediately then is when I stopped the stream. I turned the stream off because I just thought, well, look, if he's feeling really sick, then there's no point in moving forward with the stream if we have to, like, I'd rather take care of my friend before I try to entertain the stream, okay? I'm taking care of my friend. He's feeling sick. He's outside sitting down. The barman is helping, but there's also a local guy who's walking past. He sees my friend and he goes, "Oh, bro, we see this all the time. Don't worry, I got you. I'm gonna take care of you. Don't worry." I'm a bit unsure, but he comes over with a cup of sugar. Like, he goes to a shop and gets a cup of sugar, gives it to my friend. He's like, "Here, bro. Like, this is good for you. Take the sugar. You'll get your energy back up." I know he knows what he's doing because he's like, "Oh, we see it all the time. Don't worry." The local guy is actually he's like half Dominican, half Dutch. And he's talking to me about like, oh, because he notices I spoke Spanish to my friend. He's like, "Oh, bro, I'm Dominican, whatever, and we're cool." He also goes, "Your friend probably needs food, so I would recommend something greasy, something fatty." I ask him, "Where is that?" He's like, "Oh, I can show you, no problem." So I'm like, "Cool, yeah, let's show me." We go to a restaurant 30 seconds away. This Italian place that, looks nice. They have more like pizza kind of food and that sort of stuff, but I wanted something small. I go to the guy, "Do you mind if we get something like chips, fries, dirty fries?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, cool, bro, no problem. I know the owner. I can tell him." Cool. The owner actually steps out and he starts talking to him in Dutch. The owner's like, "Cool, no problem." He brings us inside and the local guy, he says, "Hey, go get your friend here. The food is ordered and you guys can sit in this little area." I'm like, "Bet, no problem." I'm about to go pay for it. I'm about to like get my money out and pay for it. And he's like, "Oh no, bro, don't worry. I got it." The local guy. He's like, "Oh, don't got it." And I already have my money. Like, I'm already ready to go out. And he like in a split second, he changes his mind. He's like, "Oh no, got it." And then he sees the money. He's like, "Oh, actually no, here, I'll do it. I'll take your money and go pay for it." I was like, yeah, bro, no problem. Here's the 20. Go pay for it. Thank you, bro. And I'll go get my friend. I'll be right back. So I go over to my friend and Layla, and he's fine. He's chilling. He's sitting down in the bar. I tell him like, "Oh, bro, like, we got food ready for you. Let's go. It's only a 30-second walk. We'll be fine. Let's go get something to eat." We're walking down, and as soon as I step outside the bar, I see the local guy, and he's walking to the shop next door. I was like, okay, I didn't think much of it, but I walk into the restaurant with my friend, and I see the manager, and I like, "Oh, bro, did the guy pay for it? Like, did he pay for the money? Like, I gave him the money. Did he pay for it? Is everything good? Are we good?" And he's like, "No, I don't. No, he didn't give me money." And I was like, "Oh, okay. Do you know where he went?" And he's like, "Nope, I don't know who he is." And I was like, "Okay, I thought you guys were cool. Like, I thought you knew who he was." But I knew where he was. He was next door. So I'm like, "Okay, bro, thank you," to the manager. And I walked next door. And I see him. I'm like, I see him through the shop window. I'm like, "Bro." So he comes out that shop. He's like, "Oh, bro, one second. I'm like, "Oh, no, your manager, your guy said you didn't pay for the food. Where's what happened?" He's like, "Oh, yeah, no problem. I was about to pay for it. I got it. And I can see 15 euro in his hand. I'm like, "Okay, but he said you didn't pay for it. So can we go pay for it?" He's like, "All right." We go up into the restaurant with him, and he's arguing to the manager in Dutch, being like, "I paid you the money. What are you talking about? I paid you the money." And I could just see the manager going like this. "No, you didn't. Like, I don't have money here. You don't have money." And I'm like, "Bro, what are you doing? What's happening here? Like, where's my money? Can you give me my money, please? I'll pay for it now." He's like, "Oh, no, bro, I have to go get it. Like, I have your money, but I don't know." And he's like freezing up, basically. This guy was high as well. I realized. I could tell in this moment that he was high because he started like trying to explain himself, but also he knew he got caught. So he was like, "Oh, yeah, no, I have 20 euro, and I could see 15 in his hand. I'm like, so he's there like, oh no, I got your money, I got your money. I'm like, okay, can I just have what you have left? And he's like, no, bro, I have your 20, I have your 20, I promise. I was like, okay, but can I like, okay, cool, but I don't care. Like, you're lying to me, obviously. I basically said, just can I have the money? And he's like, no, one more time. And I was like, bro, I thought you were cool. And for some reason, his whole face dropped, and he started like profusely sweating. I could see sweat like dripping and like forming on his nose and his forehead. And he was like, bro, no, I promise. Like, I have your money, I have your money. And I think I struck a chord with him because I like went after his character, and I was like, I thought we were cool, bro. Like, you helped me out. You're half Dominican. We could speak Spanish to each other. Like, what's going on? He got upset. He started sweating. He started panicking, and then something snapped, and he was like, "No, bro, no." And he took his bag off. He's like, I'm gonna get you your money back. I have 20. I have your 20. He slammed his bag on the restaurant table, and he's like, I'm leaving that there. I'm coming back. I have hundreds of euros in there. I'll be back, and I'll get your 20. And I was like, what the fuck just happened? So he walked off. He stormed off, and my friend and Layla over here, we're just chilling. I was confused looking at them, but I'm like, I like, my friend's not feeling good, so I don't really I'm not looking for them to back me up type of shit. I knew I could I knew I had to handle it on my own. And yeah, he stormed off and he left his bag there. We're sitting there for 5 minutes waiting for him to come back. No sign of him. I walk next door. He's gone. There's no one there. I knew he didn't want to steal from me, or should I say rob me, like straight black and white. But I think when I handed him the money to pay for my food, he was like, oh, this is an opportunity to just get myself a free meal. But I'm like, bro, I would have just gave you food for helping my friend. Like, if you really just wanted food. So he took that route. That's on him. Whatever. I was like, it's $20. Like, I don't give a fuck, to be honest. I'd rather make sure my friend's cool. So I go through his Doc Martens vegan bag or some shit. I don't know what it's called, like a strap pouch. There's an iPod Nano from like 2005. You know those little mini ones where you have to manually put music in? Hundreds of little like brochure things you have to give out to like tourists or whatever. And then he also has a condom. So he had fuck all in his bag. We were like, what? I guess we can't really take this shit. I looked up what the bag was worth. It says it was worth 90 euros, but I doubt he just left 90 euros there. So we were pretty sure it was fake. And we're like, fine, you know what? We'll leave it. We could take the bag with us, but the owner of the restaurant was like, if you take that bag and he comes back looking for me, he could claim that there was hundreds of thousands in it. You should just call the cops and have them come here. And I was like, that's true. Yeah, we should just call the cops. I was in the middle of it, and then I decided, you know what? It's not worth it for 20 euro. I'd rather just go eat and make sure we get food into us. We're not eating there anymore. No food was actually ordered. We go eat. That's the end of that. We're like, fuck, it's done. We're eating, and then we're like, wait, what if the manager was in on it? What if this was a scheme and the manager knew him and he was just gonna hand the bag back to him? Mind you, I already smoked a little bit, so I'm like over here like trying to investigate and trying to like formulate thoughts about what just happened to me and why it happened. And was the tour like was the guy, the local tourist, the local guy waiting for an opportunity, and then he just picked that guy because he knew him, and So after the food, we went back to that place, and it was like an hour and a half went by. We went back and we asked the manager, oh, did he come back? He's like, no. He cycled past and he said, I'll be back with the money. I'll be back with the money. And the manager just didn't say anything. And that was that. I accepted defeat. I wasn't going to take the bag. The money was gone. I knew I had to go home. And that was just it. You know, he was cool. He did help my friend who was sick. But then he just took advantage because he thought he could fucking, you know what I mean? He thought he could get something from me, and that was that. That's why the Amsterdam vlog or the stream lasted 1 hour. Jenya described it best. Amsterdam is like Gotham City. And it's so true. Like, there's prostitutes everywhere. You can smoke weed. Everyone's very laid back about that stuff. So I enjoyed Amsterdam. It was kind of like surreal, and I would definitely go back again. 20 quid for a good story is not bad. You're right. Yeah, that is a good story. That was my first time there as well.